You have conquered this sport. You have been at the top. You have made millions inside and out of the octagon. Why return? What is this that is pulling you back into the game? Because most people will say, hey, yo, Conor, just relax. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, the thing is, my most relaxed state is in there. My most state of freedom is making that walk. You know, I yearn for competition, and at the core of it, I do this for fun. This is fun to me, to get in, compete against another able body in a live event, you know, ignite the passion of the fans and the entire ecosystem around the fight game. I enjoy it. I get great pleasure out of it. And that's it. That's why I'm back. I'm back for the fun, for the thrill.
Now, you have been away from the octagon for 5 years. What has been the most difficult part about training for this return? Has it been the physical or the mental?
You know, it's been a difficult few years with the injury recovery. I'm fully healed. There's a titanium rod down the knee into the ankle, and it's solid. I'm Terminator now. That is my mindset. So, you know, I know there's a visual of the break.
Of course.
Me in the ring with the break. I wish for a visual now to correct that, landing the shot. I always say an injury is a process of, not just a process of recovery, it's a process of discovery. You uncover a lot about yourself. You uncover a lot about your frame, your body, your movements, your mechanics, what you must do to maintain. So in actuality, everything happens for a reason. You know, this allowed me to carry on with my career, and you know, it will bring longevity to my career.
You know what greatness feels like. And speaking of greatness, you know, guys like Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, even LeBron James, they come to mind because even closing in at the age of 40, they still have shown dominance in their sport. But then that begs the question, why are they still playing? And are they sticking around too long? The hardest thing for greats to do is to walk away from it. Have you ever contemplated with walking away and staying away from the game?
You know, I look at my rest period that I've had, whereas I look at other competitors in the space, including my opponent. I feel a lot more fresher than these opponents. I have had my time of rest. You know, I feel I am coming into my prime now. My prime is, I'm only entering my prime, and now and forever. So that is my mindset going in here.
You've had some brilliant highs, celebrated by many, past some very public lows, headlines that might even make you cringe a little bit, and even your fans. What have you learned through the lows about yourself?
You know, fame has its pitfalls. You better move carefully in this world, for sure, probably even more so now. I've taken a lot of lessons in my life, and you know, it's just about self-discovery, studying yourself, learning triggers. You know, I find myself even now still in a fight with an old version of me, or old ways that don't serve me, and you know, new ways and a new version of me, the new me. So I still find myself in this balance right now.
That's both as a fighter and a man.
As a fighter, and I'm more a man, more as a human. You know, I went through some treatment. I've done a lot of self-reflective work on myself,
some therapy,
deep internal work, and it was outside of this bubble that we find ourselves in now when I returned to the fight game. So on my, you know, immediate return to this game, and in these cameras, and even this now, I found myself reverting to an old version of me, and I had to kind of remind myself, hold on, you know, I had to kind of just reflect again and say, you know, I'm different now. I'm a different person. I've put in work. It's easy to fall into old habits. You know, you have to be careful. You have to practice with people, places, things. You know, protect people, places, things. Don't find yourself in similar places that you would have been. So I'm still in that fight. And competition for me, and activity and work helps that for sure. I still have work to do.
I can appreciate you saying that. I mean, me as a man being fully transparent, and this is somewhat off script, but I'm keeping it real because so are you, and I'm thankful for that. You know, I try not to make the same mistakes I've made in the past. And the old you is always somewhere in there.
For sure.
And you think, like, I've gotten past this. I've been through therapy. I even celebrate months where I'm making great decisions, years where I'm making great decisions. But somewhere deep down inside, there's a lion inside. And it's either I have to learn how to suppress him and bring him out properly, or it's going to come out in places it shouldn't. And you feel like now you have learned to do that a little bit better.
You know, it's day by day work.
Amen.
Day after day, you gotta put it in. The rent is due every day, they say. You gotta put the work in.
Yeah.
It's akin to walking a tightrope.
Yeah.
You better learn how to balance. You better learn and practice your balance. Life is about balance. If you don't, you're one slight wobble from falling off entirely.
Yeah.
And it can be drastic. Even more so to a person who puts in work and makes inroads to becoming better and leaving a certain way behind. They're even more on the tightrope. The tightrope is even thinner for them.
Yeah.
Because if it goes, it's a heavier drop. So, you know, it's day by day you work. You keep good people around you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. You keep good people around you and you make sure you have those conversations with the man in the mirror. That's the main thing. And there ain't no lying to him. And the man above, for sure.
Of course, the man above and the man in the mirror. And that's the last question I'll ask about this. For fans who say, you know, Conor doesn't love the game because of the mistakes he made. What do you say to those fans? Fans that love you more than any other fighter, any other athlete they have ever admired. What do you say to those fans about your appreciation, not just for the game, but also life itself?
You know, it's probably accurate at moments, for sure. You know, at 27 years of age, I had the game conquered. Two-weight world champion. I had the Floyd bout boxed off.
Yeah.
I was only 27 years of age. I had the game wrapped up in a blink. And what more was I to do? I got lost.
You lost yourself.
I got lost in it. And
made some mistakes.
I made some mistakes off of that. And you know, that's it. But you'll always come home. If you truly love something, you'll always come home. And that's what happens to me. There may be pockets where I would have disrespected and disgraced the position that God had put me in. And as you said, maybe some fans would see that. Hey, he didn't put in this, or maybe he showed no love for the game. It's probably accurate. It is accurate, in fact. But I for sure love this game. It's my every waking thought is the fight game. And look, I'm excited to come back and showcase it. Showcase my love for the game.
I can tell. Let's talk about this fight. You beat Max when you guys were younger. What do you respect about this version of who he is?
Max is a durable fighter with great skill. Not on my level, however. I am a level above. In fact, multiple levels above.
How so?
Skill-wise, mental-wise, physical-wise. We're at 170 pounds. There's a few facets into this. Max has been a busy body in the game. In fact, he's the most time spent inside the octagon, 8.5 hours, which is a staggering amount of time. For me, I kind of look at that saying, it means you can't finish people, you know, so... However, he's never fought at 170 pounds. This is a 170-pound bout.
And you believe that your level's above him, but what's something that you're watching out for? What is one of Max's strengths?
You know, if you're asking me what I have above him, speed, power, IQ, fitness, health, freshness.
Conor, that's damn near everything.
You know, Max didn't lay a glove on me the last fight. I also tore my ACL. I tore it actually in the fight against this guy I'm going to fight.
Yeah,
I tore it midway through the second round. I had to improvise my approach and adapt and overcome, and that I did.
But Max is a different fighter now.
Is he? Is he really? I don't really see it. I don't see vast improvements. In fact, the improvements he made was after the fight he had with me, where he adopted some of my moves. But then what did he do? We went on to win the world title. So I sunned Max when I fought him last, and I plan on doing the same again in more devastating fashion.
You know, we don't often get to rewrite chapters in our life. This could be a chapter that Max is going to rewrite. How many times do you lose to someone and then you have an opportunity to correct that?
Yeah.
That could be his motivation.
For sure it is.
For him to knock you out.
For sure it is. And it's great excitement. And it takes great courage for a man to rematch a man. And that's why I always have the height of respect for athletes who rematch fighters. If there is a rivalry, if there is both stars in the game, if there is meaning behind it, rematches should take place. Usually, one man won't. And that is a sign of a lack of courage in my eyes. And I do not have that. I have great courage. And I'm excited for the bout. I'm sure Max is motivated to correct that. what does that do for me? That in turn motivates me. It's why we have a cracker of a bout here ahead of us.
So you believe you're going to beat Max? Is Justin in your path on this return?
You know, I had
Are
already...
you going to make a run at a title? Do you
know,
still have it in you
yeah,
to
for
make
sure,
a run
for
at
sure,
a title?
For sure. You know, I'm a 170-pound fighter now. I've already held the 155-pound unified UFC world title. I'm open for business. I wish for activity. You know, I've got a great fight in front of me. Max has flatlined Justin. He knocked him out, face down, out cold. Justin's okay. When he's on, Justin's okay. When he's bad, he's atrocious. He's woeful. He slaps his punches a lot. But he's very, very durable, and he's unorthodox in his style.
Do you have a hit list?
There's a few names for sure. I have just more so activity. I wish to just compete. You know what I mean?
You want the smoke?
I want the smoke. I want all the smoke for sure. There you go. Bring it all on. I don't rate them. To tell you the truth, I don't rate them.
Yeah.
I don't rate them. Not on my level. And rather than saying it and getting into more detail on it, I would rather just show it. And that I will do.
All right, lastly, so this is the notorious one versus the blessed one, which is fitting yet ironic because Max has given us one of the most notorious knockouts in UFC history, and you have blessed us with so many moments.
Good.
So the question that I have for Mystic Mac, as you like to call yourself, how does this one end?
It's going to be a demolition. It's going to be an absolute demolition. I know the damage he's taken. I know I will just have to touch him, and after that it will be clinical. So to win alone is not just enough. It must be spectacular, and that